Hello, this is Astrologer Dawn here. You can find me at www.astrologerdawn.com. You can also find me at 520-419-5419. Okay, so I wanted to talk about Saturn retrograde. Saturn, the planet of obstacles and challenges, as well as where you need structure in your life, that has moved into the sign of Sagittarius, and since March the 14th until August the 2nd of 2015 it is going to be retrograde. Now as we know, retrograde allows us to go inwards, it allows us to slow down, and allows us to process certain things. So we've just come out of 2 years of Saturn being in Scorpio, where it was about digging up the deep, dark secrets, either secrets that are being held from you or secrets that you're keeping from other people. So now that that has sort of been on a roll, what's happening now is the higher learning. What do I learn from this? You know, Sagittarius is very much about the learning aspect, and I always look at it as the big picture. You know, when we're dealing with Gemini, it's the details, the individual learning, the minute stuff. But when we look at Sagittarius, it's how does this affect everybody? How does this affect me? What am I learning from this? So this is an opportunity for you to go back and look at the things that you learned during that 2-year period of Scorpio, of Saturn being in Scorpio. What do you need to put structure around still? What needs to change? What's not working? So it is an opportunity to go deep for you. Obviously, depending upon which house it's going through will also help determine. So if you've got it going through the first house, it's time to reassess self. Have you, are there some changes that you want to make about you? Usually bodily changes. And what structure do you need to put in place to make that happen? Or have you had a higher learning about, I'm always going to be whatever you are going to be. I'm always going to have this nose. I have no intention of getting any work done. You know, second house, values, and we include money in that. You know, where is that in your life? If you've had a awakening about your finances, now's the time to put the things in place. Or what are you going to put in place to really help you move forward on a new money venture? Third house, your communications and your learning. What do you need to learn? So you've got higher learning, and you've also got the details of the learning. For the fourth house, changes in the home. Is that moving? Changing partners? Getting married? Having a baby? Building a greenhouse? Putting a swimming pool in? Make sure you plan it out. Is it really going to help you? Is it really what you want? Are you going to stay in this house? That's sort of like the higher learning when you look back and join it with Scorpio. Fifth house could be about children. Is that something you're going to do or not going to do? This can be a time for you to really decide how that fits in for you. Same with your creativity. If you're in the sixth house, there's probably a lot of work going on or behind the scenes stuff that's going on for you right now. Seventh house, it's definitely about your relationships. I'd love to take these off, but do you notice what massive bags I have under my eyes? Which is why I love radio. Sorry, guys. Seventh house, yeah, relationships. All types of relationships. And friendships, you might be looking at those too. Let's see, what else? Eighth house, your intimate relationships, money with other people. Maybe you were in a business with somebody, and you really need to take a look at financially. Are you investing too much, too little? Are they taking too much? This is the learning phase of what have you learned from that business for the past few years, and does something need to change around that relationship? Now that can be business, but that can also be personal as well. Could be a time for divorce, because Sagittarius, you know, they tend to quick make that decision, done. We've been in Scorpio. If you've got it going through the 8th house, this can be a time for a divorce or separation. The other thing is that if you've got the 10th house, this is get your career in gear, get your butt in gear, and do what it is you love. There is no better time for you to do this when it's been going through the 9th house in Scorpio. Now it's in your 10th house. Like, make your dreams come true. What do you need to make that happen? 11th house, you will be looking at friendships. You will be looking at how you're spending your time in this world as well. Am I giving back enough? If so, where am I giving back? Do I want to give back? And then the 12th house, this is a great time for learning more about your own intuition. Maybe you'll become more aware of different metaphysical or alternative ways that you can learn. So don't rule out anything. If you're drawn towards the astrology, then start to learn it. If you're drawn toward cards, pick different decks, animal cards, tarot cards, whatever works for you. If there's something that you want to learn about, great time when you've got Sagittarius going through your 12th house. And also time for you to let go of your illusions and your delusions about other people. Okay, so it's going to be a time of structure. Do the best that you can. If you need help, you know where I am. Give me a call, 520-419-5419, or you can check out astrologerdawn.com for other information. And I wish you all a happy Sagittarius retrograde until August the 2nd. Oh, and by the way, those of you who are in your first and your second Saturn return, so you would be between the ages of 28 and 30, and 58 and about 62, very big time for you. Huge changes for that age group. So have a wonderful next 2 years. I mean, you'll be hearing from me again, so namaste.